Hello guys, my name is Kola Ajayi, and in this video I'll be showing you in details how to sell on Facebook. How to sell on Facebook. That's what I'll be showing you in this video. So come with me step by step. By the time I'm done with this video, you would have learned how to set up an advert on Facebook. And what you need to do this is not complex. You need your Facebook account. So what you do first of all is that open your Facebook account on the same tab, on the same browser, open a new tab. In that new tab, type in business.facebook.com. Business.facebook.com. Now when you type that in, it takes you to your business account. If you have not set up your business account, in a subsequent video that I will do, I will show you how to set up your business account from scratch. So now you are your business account. If you already have it, so I have quite a number of business accounts, so I'll just pick one of them. And to set up an advert, you go to Ads Manager. Okay. Now, if you don't see your Ads Manager in that corner, every time you need to work on this, you can always come back to this grid. There's a grid here. You can always come back to this grid and click on it. When you click on it, it shows you some of the icons here, and you can select any of them. Ads Manager, it brings you to something that looks like this, that is showing some of your adverts, some of the ads you're currently running. Some of the ads here are showing account error because the account needs to be funded. What I do for me is, if I'm running an ad for a length of time, I put in the fund that I need for a specific. Maybe if I'm running an ad for 10 days, I don't put the fund for the whole of the 10 days. I put in fund for 2 or 3 days. Then when it's exhausted, or before it's exhausted, I put in extra fund. So if I actually fund this account now, you see it come back alive. Okay, so if you want to set up an advert, the first thing you need to do is to set up is to start with a campaign. So for every advert, there are 3 levels, and the first level is the campaign level. Now your campaign level, it's something that is very important for you to know what you want to do. So you want to decide what is the objective of this campaign I want to set up. The objective. So if what you are looking for is brand awareness, you want to have reach, you pick all of this. So if you do all of this, you can do this for your page, so that your page can be liked, your page can be followed. That's what this is for brand awareness and reach. Now for these other objectives, you have traffic. If you are driving traffic to your website, this is what you choose. You want engagement, you want to advertise for app installation, you want video views, lead generation, messages. That's for that. If you want conversion, maybe you have an e-commerce store and you want conversion, you can do that. So for conversion, one of the key things you will need is that you need a Facebook pixel, and in a subsequent video I will take you step by step how to set up a Facebook pixel that you can use for your conversion, because you can't do conversion without Facebook pixels. Facebook pixels will have to be installed on specific pages on your website that will track the activities of your buyers and people that come to your website. Catalog sales, store traffic, excuse me, those are objectives you can pick here. So just for ease of for this explanation, I'll pick lead generation. Now lead generation means that you want to generate, and lead generation is actually an objective you can use for even for real estate. Okay, so I use that for my real estate activities. So we continue. Now give our campaign a name. So let's give it a name. Any name that you know can help you relate well what you're doing. So I'll just call it probably training. That's the name. I will go on next. Now this is the second level of the advert. First of all, the first thing we did was to do the campaign. Now we are at the ad set level. So we can call this training ad set. So what do you want to use to generate the leads? Do you want them to call you? If you want them to call you, you have to put in a phone number. But for me, I always use instant forms. Instant forms are good because the forms are provided by Facebook. And what I've seen and noticed about instant forms is that when people want to complete the form, Facebook gives them an opportunity to also complete the form with some of their details that are already on Facebook. Now, naturally, people are very lazy and they don't want to type in details when they want to fill a form. But the auto fill feature allows them to just click on OK, and their details are filled in onto the onto on the form and they submit it. So you that's the option I'm selecting, the instant forms. Then now you need to look at what page. You have a lot of pages you work on, so you need to pick one of the pages, select one of them to run this ad. Then the next thing you're going on to is select your budget. Okay, I think Facebook allows, my account is in Nigerian naira, so I think Facebook allows a minimum of 389 naira per day. Okay, say your budget must be at least 401 per day, so the budget must be above 409. So you can set your budget at maybe 1,000 naira per day. Now it depends on what you are selling really. Now you are targeting your audience. I have ads that I'm running that the budget is 2.5 per day. There are some that the budget is about 4,000 naira per day, and there are some that the budget is $20, $30 per day. It depends on what you're selling at any point in time. So you set your daily budget. The next thing you come to is to set the start date. Okay, the start date of the ad. Then you can also set the end date of the ad to any date of your choice, and you can set the time as well. When that is done, you scroll down, then you go to the audience. Now this, for me, this is probably one of the most important parts of an advert, and I hardly create a new audience for any advert I want to set up. I always use an already saved audience, or a lookalike audience, or a custom audience that I already set up before. And so in a subsequent video, if you stay tuned, glued to this, if you subscribe to this channel, in the subsequent video I'll be showing you details about how to set up an audience that you can use in running your advert. But basically, what are the things you'll be doing when you're setting up your audience? I'll show them one by one. Let's look at this. So what location are you looking at? So you can edit the location really, and you can decide to choose, these are options for you: people living or recently in this location, people living in this location, people recently in this location, people traveling in this location. So those are options for you to pick from, and I pick the first option, location. Now in Nigeria, I don't want the whole of Nigeria to see my advert, so I want to pick some specific locations. So I will look at some specific locations. I'll probably look at the major cities in Nigeria. So I'll pick like Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. I'll pick Lagos. Nigeria. Lagos State, Nigeria. I will also pick, let's say, Port Harcourt. Okay. Port Harcourt, River State. What other city can I pick? I can pick Owerri. Okay, Owerri, Imo State. Okay, so I've picked those cities, and so you can pick them all of them, and you can be more specific by picking certain locations. Okay, you can pick like Oyo State. You can pick states in Nigeria. Oyo State. You can pick towns inside the states. You can pick locations. And now if you want to even really be specific, you can drop a pin. And this way you can drag down the pin to specific locations. So you want to target Ajayi, for example. You expand this and make sure it's big, so you can see the city or the town is Ajayi. And you can drop a pin. There, drop it in Ajayi. Okay, so that's Ajayi. So, and that way you can pick your location really basically, and it's as simple. So you can search for your street, and if your business is a business that is a physical business, that you have a shop or something like that, you can actually use it to target people in your environment so that they know that you are actually there. And then the next one you go on to is the age. You want to select the age from, depending on what you're selling really, from 20 to this. Now all of these will depend on what you are selling, what your market is like, and what your target audience is like. So then gender, you can either decide to pick men or women or all. That's that. Now this is critical, very important. If your advert is going to be successful, this is one of the things you have to look at, and is the detailed targeting. Okay, so the question you need to ask yourself is, what are the things that interest the people that are going to buy from me? So for example, in real estate, we'll say people who buy houses, who have money to buy houses that are worth 35, 40-50 million naira. What are the other things that will likely interest them? And we'll look at those things to target them. Maybe would they be interested in yachts? Who knows? Maybe they were interested in polo. Okay. Maybe they were interested in what other thing that will interest them. Maybe they are real estate investors, real estate investing. Okay, so you choose. That's what detailed targeting really is about. So you pick all the things that you think are interest that I can use in targeting them and pick them. Now for my adverts, there are a lot of things that are here that I think you just leave out. Now if you want to exclude some people, you can exclude them. You can ask the advert to exclude realtors. Okay, for example, I'm running an advert. I want realtors to be excluded so that they are not, so that my competitors are not seeing what I'm selling. Now this, always uncheck this so that your fund is not spent anyhow. You are better off delivering your advert to people who are interested, and not allowing anyone to determine who sees your advert for you. Then the next thing you can save this audience really, and it becomes a saved audience for you, and you can give it a name. And then for me, I always go for manual placement. I don't do automatic placement, and depending on what I'm selling at any particular time, I can try to choose either Facebook alone or Instagram alone, or both. For one of the adverts I'm running now, I can show you. I'm running on both. So where do you want people to see your advert? Where do you want the advert to be placed? Facebook feeds, Instagram feeds. For me, most of the time I just uncheck all the others. I uncheck all the others. I uncheck all the other items, just to leave them out. Now basically, like I said, what you will do here will depend on really what you're selling basically. So you've done all of that, then you click on next. So what comes up next is you come to the hard view level. This is the part of the advert that your customer or your client or your prospect will see. So it's important that you pay attention to this. Now you can give it a name again. We've called this training. Then of course you have a Facebook done. Okay, it's already saying that you need to have an Instagram account. So you look at the Instagram accounts you have and pick one of them and add it. Then you need to add an image. Okay, so you need that image to be added. So let's do that now. So you come here, you change the media, then look for any picture that you think can fit from what you have. Look for a picture that can fit. Okay, so this is a picture that I think can fit. You can set up this picture. Then this is a picture from Make Money Matt's page. Make Money Matt is a YouTuber that I follow, young guy who is doing great on YouTube. So I appreciate what he's doing. He's doing very well. So I got this from his page. Then click on done. So the image, now from here you can easily see what your ad will look like. Okay, this is a preview of your ad. Okay, so what is the primary test you want to, the story you want to tell? You would have composed this earlier because this is very important. So you tell all the story. The best is still the best, and you can have the best if you desire the best. Okay, just writing stories, I mean, basically. But for you, if you want to set up an advert, this is important. Whatever you are saying here must be compelling enough that somebody reads it and the person wants to click on your advert. So it's not something you just do, you waste it, you just do it in a hurry. I tell people most of the time when I'm trying to set up my advert, sometimes it takes me 3 weeks to set up an advert. Not because I'm sitting on my stem doing it for 3 weeks, but I'm doing my research in terms of what kind of graphic, what kind of text, what kind of information should I put. Then the headline. Your headline is extremely important. Your headline must be attention grabbing, just like the image you will use or the video you want to use. It must be attention grabbing. People are scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, and there are a lot of pictures, a lot of images there. Whatever it is you're going to put on this must be such that someone scrolls past it, the person wants to come back and say, what did I just scroll past? What just went through? And wants to know what it is. So that is how much your your image must be attention grabbing, and your headline as well. Your headline must get attention. Okay, attention. Okay, God has spelled it right, man. Attention. Best. Okay, so you need to look at something that grabs attention, then put in a description, a display link. You really don't need it. Now, what's your call to action going to be? Because you are using an instant form, so you can click on this and pick any of these items. So, but we are using sign up because we want to use an instant form. So we need to create a form really now. So how do you create a form? You click on that, create a form. You can give the form a name. What's the name we've been using? So we'll just take consistent training. Okay, so let's say form type, more volume. The form, of course, sure, use this option. Introduction. Use the image from your HUD. You can use the image from your HUD, or you can upload a new image. Click on upload the image, you upload a new image, and you're fine to go. I always like to use a different image, but that is also consistent with what I'm doing. You must have a good headline. Yeah. Okay, so don't bother about what, don't copy what I'm putting in. Just put in an headline that will make the person see the perfect course for you. Okay, so depending on what you're selling really. Okay, so we're done with the headline. So what's next for us? So done the intro, the headline. What's next? The questions. Okay, what are the questions you want to ask? So they are basically standard questions you already have here. That's enter your email and name. Now if you want to add to this, you can actually do that. You can add questions to it. Okay, so trying to scroll down through this. So okay, so these are additional questions. So you already have email and name. Now you can add a category. So what else do you want to add? Email, name. You want to add phone number. Okay, so user information, contact fields. Okay, so we want to add contact field. I want to add phone number, so we'll select that, and that is automatically added to what we have here. Okay, so let's go on. Privacy. So basically, most of the time you always get you always need to put your privacy policy there. Now, if most likely you won't have the time to develop a privacy policy, so what we always do as standard practice is just to go to your page, open one of your pages. This is one of my pages. Open one of your pages and copy the URL of your page. Okay, just copy the URL, and come back here and put in the URL in this link. Okay, copy the URL and put it in this link. That's fine. Copy the URL and put it in this link. I think that's about it. Then you come to completion. Okay, for your completion, thanks, you are all set. So your headline, no, that's all said. So your best online or YouTube course. Okay, so that's your headline. Your description, you can, let's just say, fill the form and we will reach out to you. Okay, so call to action. view our website or call our business. Let's just put call business. So if you put call business, you need to add call us now. Okay, if you do that, you need to add a phone number. Okay, so you just select the country. That will be where we now, Nigeria. Okay, so that's like 234. Then you put a phone number 906,000 3849. Okay, I think that was good. Then you can publish. I think there is no error there now. I think all is done. Publish. Okay, so there's an error, you let you know. Okay, saying let you know. Okay, so you need to enter this. We will contact you with the information provided. Okay, that's good. So we enter that content is required. If content can be selected for this ad. So what's that talking about? Man? Content. Okay. Let us be your choice to choose and publish. Okay, now that form has been published, and if you click on this publish button, that ad would naturally go live. And when people fill that form, you can now start retrieving the content of the form in terms of email address and all of that. And that's something you go to do at you do it through your publishing tool. You go to your page, you click on publishing tool, and you see your form library, and from that place you can pick on the content in the form and you can start calling them. You also have CRM applications that you can use, that you can install, such that when those contacts drop, they drop directly to your phone as messages. I mean, you can even manage your customers through all of those apps. Okay, there are really quite a number of them that are in town, and they are really very good. Okay, so that's it for this video. In subsequent videos, I'll be going into details in terms of how to get your audience, how to get people that will be interested in buying what you are selling. I'll take audience separately. I'll take Facebook pixels separately, and I'll be talking to you about targeting subsequent videos. So please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. Click on the subscribe button so that you can see all of our videos when they drop. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video, and I promise to always bring you very good content. See you.